Hi everyone, this is Ryan Hoyme, aka Massage Nerd, and I also have Pete Whitridge from Alliance for Massage Therapy Education, and both of us will be interviewing Susan Salvo. Welcome, Susan.
Good morning, everyone. Glad to be here.
Thanks
Yep,
for being here today, Susan.
Say that again?
Thanks for being here today, Susan.
Oh, my pleasure. I'm excited to be here.
and one question we'd like to ask you is why did you apply to present at the Educational Congress in July of 2015?
Well, I wondered why I waited so long, actually. I really enjoy hanging out with teachers. I love hanging out with massage therapists. For the last 30 years, I've become a very seasoned educator, but I didn't get seasoned by staying the same. So I really like to actively pursue learning opportunities, and I love being around other massage educators. And this, Ryan, allows me to season others as well as to be seasoned by them. I really do believe that this is a reciprocal process, one that I totally thrive on. And I really believe that this is true for most teachers.
Yes, definitely. And how do you envision the future of massage and body work?
Oh my gosh, loaded question of the year. How do I envision the future? I really think that massage schools and teachers are, in general, doing a really good job. We can look at this by the surveys of our students and our clients. We really are doing a good job with massage education. But I think that there's some trends in other educational fields that we need to take a look at. One of them is starting internships earlier in the program. And even though they graduate, another idea that is being tossed around and being utilized in other educational programs is having an extended externship program, which means that a student or a graduate would be paired with a seasoned therapist, and that person would be responsible for checking in with the new graduate on occasion, maybe having meetings about clients and like almost like a treatment team meeting, and just kind of be there to guide them in their postgraduate practice for an extended period of time. So there's just a lot of things I think that is going to be things that we need to look at as far as educators, because I think we need to be doing a little better job preparing our students for the 21st century, which is the topic of my class.
Awesome.
That's great, Susan. And it's so wonderful that you're actually always extending your education training. I understand that you're going to be getting your PhD in some educational developments.
Yes,
Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that.
sure. I started working on my master's degree in instructional technology in 2007, and I graduated 2012. So yes, if you do your math, it took me 6 years to get a 2-year degree. So this will probably be the case too when I work on my doctorate. But education, I think, really is the key to propel our profession into the future. If we don't look at how we're educating our therapists, we're missing the mark. And so a lot of what I'm focusing on this semester is, well, my focus is really online education, even though I know that massage schools really haven't embraced that yet, mainly because we're a trade school still and not a university or college educated group. Although I see that coming, we're not there yet. So we need to look at the tools that the universities are using in terms of online, find out which tools are going to be appropriate for our group, our student body, so to speak. Which ones are worth our time, and what does the evidence say? Last semester, I did what's called a literature review on student perceptions of online education. It was very insightful for us to look at education from their perspective. And that's one of the things I'm hoping to bring to the conference is let's look at what we're doing from different stakeholders' lenses, from the client, from the educator, from the school's perspective, from the teacher's perspective. And this semester, what I'm doing, my project's going to be on is how well are certain student groups adapting to online education. And that's really interesting to see, looking at students in terms of demographics, males and females, how are they doing in our classrooms, different genders, different backgrounds. And the big focus right now was something called adaptive learning, which is going to be a little bit of my topic I'm going to be talking about, because it's something that I think that teachers need to be aware of, how to adapt our lessons to fit the needs of the students, which is the 21st century learner.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's one of the issues within our field is we are kind of a trade school, small school, apprenticeship type educational system. And there are lots and lots of folks who come in who have other skills from other training institutes. So that should be a very interesting talk. The other thing that I just wanted to hear you speak about a little bit is you're a textbook author. And one of the things that we talked about with Sandy Fritz was that there's kind of been, everybody gets away from that foundational piece of massage. And I just wanted your thoughts maybe on what you find important in the foundation and how we can maybe strengthen that foundation together as a community.
Well, I personally think that the schools and the teachers and the textbook authors are doing a really good job with the foundational knowledge. I think that we need to see it more as a pyramid. In fact, there was a great Facebook conversation going on recently about the hierarchy of needs, the hierarchy of massage student needs, and what is the foundation? What do we need to be focusing on? But really, the foundational. This is true with any health science, not just massage therapy. The foundational knowledge is really the terms, the facts, from which we can draw on when we start talking about things like critical decision making or critical thinking skills. I mean, those are really higher up the pyramid. So we just need to be doing a better job on teaching those foundational skills, which is really terms and definitions. And what I'm going to propose when we have the educational conference in July is doing more with what's called spaced repetition, because we know that we can teach these foundational skills better if we just repeat them throughout the program. So one of the things I like to do when I'm doing an exam is I'll have, let's say there's 50 items on the exam, but I will go back from the beginning and I'll put in 5 or 6 from previous exams to keep them thinking about those foundational concepts throughout the entire program. Because what happens is at the end, when they're expected to take and pass these high stakes exams, they haven't talked about, cells and atoms and tissues for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have to keep reminding them that these are foundational terms. And so I think that there's a lot of wonderful ways and easy ways to do that.
Yeah, definitely. And with your topic that you'll be talking about at the Lions, how excited are you about that?
If you could see me right now, I'm like doing a happy dance. So that's very good that you're not, because I'd probably embarrass myself. But I'm terribly excited. I mean, for me, I love being around massage therapists and around educators, and it's like recharging my own batteries. And I know this is going to sound very cliché, but it's like being around my tribe. I mean, I really enjoy going to these things because it's like being around family. And no one understands our profession better than members of our profession who are in the trenches on a regular basis. And these are teachers. We are like initiating students into the family circle. That's the way I look at it. So I think that teachers need to network with each other more regularly than when we do.
Yeah, great comment, and I think that you'll enjoy our space at the Commons Hotel in Minneapolis. It's right on the University of Minnesota. We have access to the recreation facilities there and the stadium. And the other thing, Susan, is I think that you'll enjoy the networking opportunities, the way the conference center is set up. It's all on one floor, and we'll all be able to have sitting areas where people can kind of network in the hallways. And a lot of times, a lot of the event happens at around food and walking to some new restaurant and taking the T or the light rail downtown. So I think you'll really enjoy your time in Minneapolis as well. And then I also want to acknowledge you. I believe that you won a very significant award last year from the American Massage Therapy Association.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I even posted, people wanted a copy of my acceptance speech. My blog is the Massage Passionista, and that might be fun to go there and read the acceptance speech, because I talk a lot about what makes a teacher great, and I think that there are 4 basic ingredients, and so I talk about that in the blog.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning, and we will take some time and edit up this a little bit and share it out with you, and you can share it out with your groups.
Sounds great. Ryan, you're amazing. Pete, so
you.
glad to be here. Love you guys. See you in July.